This week for gaming news, we have Harry Potter game that is getting released that is long overdue. Plus, the Nintendo Direct happened, and that's basically all we've got, so let's go jump into it. Welcome, nerds, to this week's edition of the Gaming and Tech News, generally speaking. Now, I'm no Linus or Spawnwave or Gamers Nexus or insert channel that is dedicated to the tech and gaming news here. That's not what you're getting here. This is just enough to keep you informed, generally speaking. We do this just about every week as part of a larger news show called The Week in Nerddom over on the main channel. You can find that linked down in the description or at the end of this video. Now let's talk about some gaming and tech and maybe even some like photo, video kind of news as well. Okay then. Oh yeah, like I said, not much going on in gaming and tech. So we have one trailer, new trailer that is not Nintendo Direct related because it came out before the Nintendo Direct, is Harry Potter Quidditch Champions. Yes, that is actually a game that is happening, and I don't understand why it took them this long to get it out, but now we have a trailer for it. The trailer can be found, the link for the trailer can be found down in the description. Not a whole lot I can say, but maybe now a lot of us less well-versed in the world of Harry Potter will finally be able to understand what the hell Quidditch is. So that's kind of what we got. It looks really interesting, and they're definitely doing a lot to make it look like the movies, so very familiar and stuff, but still, I think this could have been a game that stood on its own. You don't need those cross-references to the movies because the franchise is so big, it kind of is more than the movie. Anyway, it's definitely more than the books, so... But yeah, go check out the trailer, it's pretty cool. We have one huge piece of news, and that is Nintendo Direct happened. This, honestly, when I first started this week's round of notes, this started out as a rumor, because how the hell are we gonna already be getting a Nintendo Direct? Well, the rumor part of that is the reason we're getting it so early is because they're gearing up for a big Switch 2 announcement later in the year. So they have to get this one out of the way so they can then start building the hype machine into the next one. And that's when they're going to announce the Nintendo Switch 2. It's no longer in the rumor mill. I don't think there's a whole lot of weight to that rumor. I think they're still going to wait until after the holiday season to announce that, but what do I know? I'm just a guy. So yeah, so the Nintendo Direct dropped. We have a lot of stuff in this Nintendo Direct. It's kind of two different announcement convention. I don't even know how you would quantify what a Nintendo Direct is, but it's more than just the Nintendo Direct because we also have the Indie World Showcase. Indie World Showcase had a bunch of really interesting indie games, a lot of expansions for existing stuff on the platform. Some big notables here: Sea of Stars, Shrek's Swamp in the Power Wash Simulator was really interesting. Shovel Knight, yes, we have Shovel Knight trailer. Go check it out. There's an update there. Link down to the description can be found for the entire Nintendo Direct. It's about 45 minutes long, so be aware it's about time enough that you're gonna have to invest a little bit into it. As far as the other stuff, oh, Pizza Tower was another one that looked really interesting. It's like some sort of weird amalgamation of Sonic the Hedgehog and Wario into a game that is called Pizza Tower. It looks pretty interesting. Go check it out. But yeah, so then the Nintendo Direct side of things, that we have another update on the Suikoden 1 and 2, the Dragon Quest 3, blah, blah, blah. The big thing for the Nintendo Direct side of this stream was Capcom Fighters 2. That's not exactly how it's said. Capcom Fighting Collection 2, which includes and is not limited to, because there's I think 9 or 12 games, something along those lines. Capcom versus SNK 1 and 2. We have Power freaking Stone 1 and 2. You have not seen a Power Stone game since the PSP. And originally, this game was released on the Dreamcast. I think Power Stone 2 was released on the PlayStation 2, but Power Stone 1 was released on the Dreamcast. And I haven't honestly seen it anywhere else because I never owned a PSP. So super stoked about that because I love those games. Power Stone, Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. Oh, and then there is also a release date for the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. It is September 12th. Pre-orders are currently open. So you can go pre-order the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection now and do it now because I mean, it's gonna sell out. That's just, there's no two ways about it. So that brings us, that's all we got. The Nintendo Direct. It is seriously worth your time to watch those 45 minutes, so do that. But we have suggestions to make this week, and honestly, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna have a suggestion this week for gaming because I can't stop playing Mortal Kombat, and I'm just gonna bore you if I keep suggesting to you to play Mortal Kombat, unless you really want to, like, you know, start something online and we could play against each other, in which case I don't know how that's gonna happen. But either way, no proper suggestion for gaming and tech this week because I got only the one game that's going on. We will be coming up on some new games soon that will be interesting enough to put in the suggestion section. I promise. As it stands right now, nothing's peeling me away from Mortal Kombat, except for occasionally X-Defiant, but that's rather occasional. Yeah, so that's what we got. Let's move on. That brings us to the end of the video, nerds. Thank you very much for joining me for the news. Once again, there is a full and probably much more up-to-date and recent episode of the news, the full-length version, if you will, called The Week in Nerddom over on the main channel, linked down in the description, and probably link popping up somewhere around my face right about now. So click on that, go check that out as well, or if you prefer your news in more truncated pieces, then by all means just stick around here and go check out some of the other stuff we offer on this channel. Thank you very much for joining me. We will see you in the next one. Before we go, always remember, nerds, that if it is generally nerdy, it's probably here.